Hey, it's good to see you again today. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. It's good to hear from you.
You too.
Yeah. Well, as we talked yesterday, um, this is that moment. I think everybody, and me personally, I really want to hear, your story because I believe that every story matters, and your voice, my voice, just like what I'm doing here, and you matters. And since today our focus is on, Sudan and Ethiopia, and part of you're Ethiopian, and also you're Sudanese as well, since you grew up there. We would love to hear, your story and things that you love to share, and anything that you like to bring, um, right here. I think it will be amazing to be like a stepping stone for us to, to pray today for Sudan and Ethiopia. So, welcome.
Thank you. I was born in Sudan, but when I came to the U.S., I was young, and I remember Sudan as like I was in my own country. As a young kid, as a young child, you don't know where, like, this is my country, that is my country. You just
Mm,
know you're there, and I felt I belong there, and that's what I have in my heart still
mm,
now about Sudan. That it was my home then, and it's still my home now. But as a refugee, what I like to say, uh, from the experience from my mother, as she
mm,
had me as a child, as an infant, or as a toddler, how it
mm,
feels to be connecting it with the refugee issue now, having to be in a situation there are
mm,
now. And
mm,
my mom tells me story of what she went through with
mm,
me, and not having no access to medicine, no access to water, no access to any medical um,
mm,
help when
mm,
needed, and to a point where she felt like I was dying, and I was
mm,
like not even one yet. And all she can do was watch me, just watch me. There is nothing she can do. There's nowhere she can go. Basically, just watch me. And anything, the only thing that people can do at that time was pray. And
mm,
she tells me that she was just watching me. Everybody's coming and just basically waiting for me to die. So,
mm,
come, and she says that one lady came, and my mom is Muslim, but even though I'm a Christian, and a
mm,
Christian woman came and
mm,
prayed. My mom left the room and came and prayed. And as soon as she left the room, she tells me that I started, breathing a little bit and turning my head a little bit. Where
wow.
before then, I was just basically they were just waiting for me to die. So
Mm,
with your prayer, I know how much your prayer means,
mm,
because of that moment that my mom tells she shared with me, and
mm,
the issue that the refugees are going through,
mm,
that they have to go through that, and that they have no other option
mm.
right now, as saddens me. So that's my experience as a refugee, and that's my experience with what happened. So I don't know if you have any other question, because my memory of Sudan is
Yeah.
not that much, because I came young,
Mm,
but I know it was painful. It was
yeah.
painful because they traveled to Sudan during the civil war, also in
Mm,
Ethiopia at that time. Um,
mm,
and being in that situation was hard with the
mm,
child for her. And
mm.
so,
I, I saw the news. First of all, thank you so much for sharing that. The other day, I saw the news and I was looking at the refugee camps uh, in Sudan, because a lot of people have been fleeing right now away from Ethiopia. Some of the people going there, and that basically was the same thing they were talking about. They say that there's no access to anything there, but right now in Sudan there's a crisis as well.
mhm,
Um, so everything that you're saying right now, you think that this is what is happening right now, even at this very moment that we are talking.
Yes, yes, I know. That's the situation that they're going through. And
Yeah.
it's sad because the path that we had for Ethiopia was a different path. And there's another generation going through the same pain. And our fathers and mothers thought we were over that. They, traveled here as refugee. They're supporting Ethiopia, doing everything they can. They teach us about our country and about Sudan. I still have family in Sudan. My sister's still in Sudan, and and it's just we thought we were over that. It was time for people to come together and be better than we were before. Do better for Africa, do better for Ethiopia, do better for Sudan. Even for Sudan, it's going backwards. They thought it would. As soon as you feel like you're going forward to be better and to do better, and it's somehow in some way it goes back 10 feet back. Even before we take 2 feet forward. So it's sad. It's sad that this generation is going through that again.
In your story, there's something that really touched me, and because it's what we have been doing for these 5 days. It's about when you got sick and you didn't have any access to medicine, but then somebody came and prayed for you, and you got better. And this is the reason why we are doing this today, because it might seem like nothing is happening right now, but there's definitely something that is happening, because God knows everything, and He knows what is going on right now. And we believe in that change, that if we ask Him, then definitely something can happen. So imagine your story, and that part of story that you share, there are people who are going through that right now, and there are people who are actually dying that right now. But when we come together and we pray, this prayer can actually save somebody's life right there, because it doesn't have limits, whether we see them or we don't see them. And that's why what we are doing right here is very necessary and very important, because what men cannot do, God can do. Prayer changes everything. And when we come together, we leave our differences behind and we say, God, you know what? We are tired with the situation that is going on in Ethiopia, in Sudan, in Africa. We are tired to continue to pay for the sins that happened long time ago, for the mistakes that our ancestors maybe made. We are tired of paying that. We want peace. We want to have peace with one another. We want just to sleep peacefully. And when we come together and we pray, I believe that the change will happen. I do believe. I don't doubt it. And I am grateful that you share that story with us, because if there was someone who didn't believe in that, now you have something to believe, because there's a living proof of what has happened before, and you were able to go through that, through prayer. You were able to come back strong.
Yes, I feel like I don't know. There is you can't deny, like, there's a God. You can't deny that prayer works, or because I feel like I'm a living proof of it. So for me, what you're doing means a lot, because I know how much of an impact it will have on everyone that's affected with this issue right now. So that's the main reason I came, and I feel at peace watching you and going through the prayer, doing the prayer. It gives me peace of mind, even though we are in the situation we are right now. So my main reason for coming here is to share my experience, and then to thank you for giving us this space.
Thank you so much. And I love how you say it. You say that we are in this situation right now, and I want to talk to everybody there, because you are living in the States right now, but what is going on right now in Africa, it's something that everybody takes it very personal. And one of the examples is you, that you are in the States right now, but you're still saying that, you know, it's sad that we are in this situation, because this is something that touched you directly, because you are part of this family. You are actually one of us. And I think this is one of the things that can encourage everybody who is watching out there, that you know, regardless of the location or where we are at, but what is going on right now is touching every single one of us. And you want to see change, and you want to see God come and change the situation. And he can definitely do that. So thank you so much, MA, for you know, for sharing that. It means a lot. So
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much for having
Yeah.
me and for allowing me to be in this circle.
Anytime, anytime. You're always welcome